Fire One TV, Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King, graced differently, anointed differently.
Turkey will suffer economic inflation, will suffer from economic inflation.
Turkey's sky-high inflation rate continues to climb.
On the 12th of December 2021, this peculiar prophetic warning was given specifically to the Republic of Turkey. In this prophecy, the global prophet warned that the Republic of Turkey will suffer economic inflation. These were his words.
I was supposed to be in Turkey last month. And the Spirit of the Lord said, I had warned you not to travel before this year ends. So postpone it. But the Lord said there will be economic inflation, hardship, economically, in Turkey next year.
Watch how this prophecy came to pass, just as prophesied by the global prophet, Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King.
Turkey's sky-high inflation rate continues to climb. Prices in the country rose by almost 70% in April, according to new official statistics. The new figure gives Turkey the dubious honor of having the 6th highest inflation rate in the world. It comes as President Recep Tayyip Erdogan continues to insist interest rates be cut to stem inflation, the opposite of what conventional economists recommend. The rising prices are putting further pressure on Turks who are struggling to make ends meet. We asked some people on the streets of Istanbul how inflation is impacting their lives.
Inflation is much higher than 70%. It has even passed 100%. There is an incredible increase. So I don't know. Our end is not good at all. It's a nightmare. Everyone's life is a nightmare. Everyone's worried. What will happen tomorrow? What will we do? Where are we headed? Everyone has that fear.
The situation is breaking us. Having 100 liras to spend used to be a huge amount of money, enough for 2 or 3 days. But now, 100 liras just evaporate in an instant.
I don't see a way out. It seems to me that we are completely sunk. I don't think there's a solution for that.
The prices of many products I buy have increased at least 3 times. Inflation is at 70% now, they say, but we can do the maths. It's way more than 70%. I don't trust the government figures.
For more, I am joined now by my colleague Ekrem Ekici. Ekrem, 70% is an unfathomable number for a lot of people. Break us down what this means in practice in people's daily lives.
Well, what it means, as citizens say, it's a nightmare in Turkey. Basically, this is the official figure which puts Turkey the 6th position in the highest inflation league. And this is the official figure. So there are many experts today in Turkey, analysts and economists, saying that the real life inflation is much higher, especially in the food prices. That obviously is backbreaking for working classes in Turkey. So it is indeed a nightmare.
A lot of economists say that President Erdogan's economic policies, we mentioned it earlier, he insists that interest rates should be cut instead of raised, like most economists would think, to contain this inflation. Do we see any sign that he's starting to break away from that policy now that inflation is rising so much?
Not at the moment, no, because they are invested, the AKP government, President Erdogan himself is invested very heavily on this low rate policy. So this has started basically towards the end of last year. So the main principle was that lower interest rate, higher foreign currency, lower value for Turkish lira, but it just backfired on Turkish people with high production costs, therefore price hikes. So for the moment, they don't seem to revert back from this.
And politically, what could this mean for President Erdogan? There is an election next year. Obviously, this is an economic crisis for a lot of people. Is it impacting his chances of re-election?
We need to remember what brought Erdogan to power in 2002. That was the massive financial and economic crisis in 2001. So Erdogan came to power, Erdogan's party came to power with the promise of stability and wealth and welfare for this country. And this crisis in 2001 wiped out the entire conventional political system in Turkey. It brought conventional parties below the below the threshold, and Erdogan managed to come to power as single-party government. So we are sort of facing a historical repetition here. This is remained to be seen in less than a year.
Dr. Mekici, breaking down the economic implications of the inflation surge in Turkey. Thanks so much for joining us.
Viewers all over the world, we can all see how the nation of Turkey has suffered the skyrocketing economic inflation. This can only prove that when God speaks, He does not lie. Hence, when He speaks, the wise must listen. It is of paramount importance for the Christian community or the body of Christ to continue standing with the global prophet in prayer as he continues revealing the mind of God to the nations across the globe. Fire Nation Arena Ministries remains a mountain of giant solutions for giant problems. Fire One TV, Apostle Dr. Elijah Kofi King, graced differently, anointed differently.